And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Assembly Planter. All right, we have enough gold, more than enough gold, to level up again. Level 16. We've unlocked the Transmutation Table and Galactite. The Transmutation Table is a new crafting table containing the recipes to convert resources into other resources. New Galactite tools can now be crafted at the advanced crafting table. So yeah, we have a new resource that unlocked in this transmutation table right here. And let's see, we have nothing new looks like unlocked here. But let's see here. We need to get that transmutation table. Cat thinks I'm talking to her. Requires a little bit of those plastic seed things. So yeah, I think we need to just manually sieve some of those. So let me just drop down a sieve here. And we want a little bit of plastic. And I'm pretty sure you only get one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no. Pretty sure we get 2 plastic from each one of those. Well, 2 of the plastic seed oily thingies. Yep. All right, so that's enough right there. Let's go in here. Transmutation table. So here, all the resources. So dirt equals free dirt. Those are expensive. Those require a black hole, which we cannot craft yet. But as you can see, 10 dirt gives you 5 wood. 5 wood gives you 10 biomass. And you can go 12 wood equals 5 sand. Now these are not, these recipes are not nearly as good as the plants, as get of plants, because with 10 dirt, you can get 10 wood seeds, and those 10 wood seeds will give you 20 wood. So this is literally a quarter of the efficiency. So relying on these transmutations is not ideal. Other than dirt here that uses a black hole, all these other ones just use the regular old crafting core. So that's something. But the main one here is the Galactite. This is where we're at right here. This thing is, yeah, look at the copper. 200 copper. 100 iron per ingot of Galactite. That is a harsh recipe right there. So we are going to need to up our game in terms of all the things. Just all the things. And I don't think we didn't unlock the new level of planter, which is what I was hoping for. But we need 25 ingots of Galactite in order for us to go. And 25 ingots is going to be 500. Actually, I don't know. Let's see. 10 would be 2,000 copper. That would be 4,000. We need more copper. The gold is doing okay. We've got a good supply of compact sand, regular sand, dirt. Everything there is good. Did that actually open up? We did. We opened up the huge crate, and I just happened to have 10 large crates. Look at that, 13,310. Blink. And believe it or not, that's not even the biggest crate. There's a crate after that. Right? There's a crate after that that is ginormous. It is so big. It is 1,000 huge crates. So this is small crate, 10 of those medium crate, 10 of those large crate, 10 of those huge crate, then 1,000 for the next crate. And that one gives you over 13 million stack size. But it's 1,000 times. It's a lot. It's like a million copper. It's way up there. We're not even close to being able to do that yet. So, since we can't really do that, I'm trying to make earth orbs. I've got earth orbs crafting up here. I'm hoping that we can get these crafted. We are a little over 500, so I'm going to stop this. This uses 2 apiece, right? So I'm going to stop that when there's enough in there to round us out and give us the 1,000. But let's see, 25. What does our copper do for us? 28 copper. I need to ramp up glass production too. So let's look at this Copperopolis 1.0. That is using copper level for 14. Now, if I want to redo this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, one more size in shrinker would allow me to go 3, which would be 14 plus. No, that would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 24, which is okay. We already have a 3x3 available. We have the planter 2s, which is what is in there, but the planter 3s, how could we manage that? Let's break this down. I want to keep all of these because there's a little trick. Oh goodness, this thing is fast. So that's 9. Yeah, there's no way. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We could eke out one more out of that. Yeah, we're gonna need we need the added size. There's really not much extra we can do without a bigger expand. Remember, these go 10x every time. So the next one's 1,000. The one after that's going to be 10,000 earth orbs. Crazy high. This one is easy to expand, right? This is a base 2, so 128, 256, etc., etc., etc. So much cheaper to expand this than this one. 480, and I have enough for 600 in each of these, so I can actually turn this off. See if we can't eke out a little bit more copper. So I'm going to build a crafter for Galactite. We are going to fill it with some iron, some gold, and then get some copper in there. Actually, let's go. See how fast that copper disappears? Crazy fast. Now, if we shove all of our copper in there, it's going to go fast. We don't have a lot of resources to spare. Yeah, we're out of copper now. We have 2 more ingots in there. The gold, ironically, we have more gold than we have anything else. I think it's just 100 iron. So what we could do is just build a few more coppers. Ooh, we actually need copper and iron in order to build this thing. What does our iron look like? That's just 14 iron. It's almost 1 iron a second. This is roughly 3 per second. So let's get a copper. All right. Okay. We need an outputter, and I should have a copperopolis. It's just 1 dirt. Well, we'll be getting like better. It's actually more like 2 dirt. Yeah, it's more like 2 dirt. Yeah, it's sitting there. We have the dirt. Let's use up the dirt. And then these, I need the resources out of these. So I'm using shift. That gives me the resources. I should potentially maybe. Oh, the game just froze on me. Yep, the game just froze on me. Alright, well, I'm going to cut it here. Alright, we are back. We didn't actually lose all that much progress. I'm not sure when the game does its autosaves, but yeah, it looks like we came back and we didn't really lose much, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. Anyway, we got all those resources back. We should be able... Oh, no, we need a little bit more... We need a little bit more iron to make more iron, believe it or not. So this one is 1... How many irons do we have? See, this does build up. I mean, it's barely not enough. So I want to build up our resources as much as possible. And if we need to, to process more biomass, I can just pop in another one of those composition ones. Does that use gold-based? Yes, that uses gold-based composters. Okay, so iron. Do we have enough iron? Almost. Oh, we need 5 ingots. Good, decent copper. Iron is hurting still, so let's... Can we? Yes. And that will get us iron. And that used all of our iron to do that. These are... I shut all these off, so these are still all shut off. I could round these out to an even amount. So they're the same amount. Oh, there we go. 168 across the board. So that's got a ways to go, but after that's done, we should have the 1,000 to expand this one more time. And that will get us even more space to optimize all the things. And you might be wondering, like, well, where are you going to go from here? Well, I'll tell you, what the game introduces is the ability to create systems that feed back into themselves where you don't actually need an input. Right now, we're inputting everything into all these machines. And you can eventually create a system where you don't need any input anymore. It'll just infinitely build what it needs as long as you process the stuff right. As long as you process everything. And so then you can start making systems that, you know, sort of compact other systems. Like, I could make a system that has like 10 of these copper makers, right? So we can take the Copperopolis here. We could have 10 of these going in one machine. And the input, of course, is multiplied by 10. So you need 10 per second of input, but you get 10 times the output. You get 280 every 9 seconds instead. And the same goes for everything else. You can just ramp up production like crazy, but we need resources in order to be able to do that. So we have another 2,000. That did not take that long for that copper to build up, which is glorious. So let's dump a bunch more copper in there. How many are we up to now? 24, 25. There it is. Level it up again. You have unlocked the self-feed collector. Yes, that's what I was going for. And another upgrade of the harvesters and planters. The self-feed collectors allows you to make crafters that create items from thin air by feeding the received outputs back to the inputs. So that is this thing right here. So like the output of biomass that we get, we could feed that biomass into, you know, this composition here that gets the dirt out. The dirt can then be sent right back in using that machine, that block here. You send the dirt back into there, and the dirt goes right back into the pullers. So it's a sort of a self-fulfilling machine. Now, we don't have enough space. As you saw, the Copperopolis was completely full in here. Completely full. And we did not have the ability to add anything more to this. We couldn't filter things. We couldn't separate them. It is what it is. You cannot... we didn't have enough space in there. So we really, really need more space. Ooh, my large crate is almost... I've almost got another 10. I did dump a bunch of wood in this guy, so it is what it is. But we can almost do another huge crate, and I think we may... Nope. There's the huge crate again. Yeah, there is, like I said, there is another level of crate. The giant crate. I don't know what they call it, but it is what it is. We're almost to another big crate. We got 83,000 stack size. And yeah, I think it's just a matter of time now before I get more earth orbs to expand this. That'll give us even more space, and then I can start prototyping the better returns on, you know, almost like the no output or the no input machines, and try to go exponential with it. Like, what is our composition? This is a lot of gold, probably. Yep. So this is just 35 biomass. Nothing I have outputs exactly 35 biomass. It's always nice to have a composter that, you know, can handle exactly what you need it to. Like this Copperopolis, it's only 14 biomass. That is not enough. But what you can do is you can start combining these in one machine. It becomes very, very expensive to do. But, you know, you can get out that much more. So I try in the future, as I go forward here, I'm going to really try to keep all of my outputs to base 10. That would be the easiest way to do it. Once I am able to grow this and expand it, remember, I would be able to do the 3 wide, right? So that's that would be 8, 16, 24. But if I just did 20, that would be a lot easier on the math in my head to manage that, which would give you 40 copper, but it would give you 20 biomass. And then you could combine those to manage the composition, right? So I want to go forward with a design philosophy to keep my production as close to base 10 as possible. And it will help with this. The planters and the harvester high levels can do 5 fields in front of it. So I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5. So that's 25 planters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planter. Yeah, that would be tough to do here. I really have to have an extra space, because somebody did tell me there's a little trick you can do with the planters that make it a little bit more efficient on the space in here. The only problem with using those high-level planters, right, in your machines is then when you want to nest those machines, say I build a copper machine that has 5 of these and 5 of these. Well, that's 50 galactite per machine. Now, if I want another machine that has 10 of those machines, that's 500 galactite just to build that one machine. That would be very, very expensive. So it's really hard to justify that expense. Even the gold level, iron level would be better, but that's only 3 fields. That's a really tough thing to get, in a base 10 situation. And I'm hoping that I can ramp up production of galactite enough that really doesn't matter too much. Yeah, we got an excess of gold seeds right now. But my iron and my copper are going up fast. I need to every once in a while take out. Also, what really helps is if you can have the consumption inside the machine on some base of per second. 2 per second, 3 per second, 4, 5 per second, etc., etc., etc. That way, the pullers, you have an even number, and there's no waste inside the machine, right? You don't have a buildup of items inside the machine, and you can have peace of mind that way. Like, look at all the dirt in these sand. There's no reason why that needs to happen. Yeah, look at all those. Just otherwise you see your dirt and it's like, oh, where's all my dirt going? Well, it's in all of these machines. Look at all these things. Like, there's no reason for this. That's why I like the 5x5, because that's 25, right? That's 25 input, 50 output for most everything, wood and copper, all the things. So that's 50 output, but 25 input. And it just works out that way. It's a really nice ratio, but it requires those high level galactite based things, which we are not even close to being able to support. Do we have enough for another iron? We do. This is 1, so let's just do 1. Okay. Do we have enough for another copper? We do. I think that was 2, yeah. My... Ooh, large crate. I have enough for another huge crate. Yes. Moink. 96,000. Oh, I'm almost at 100,000. Almost there. So our sand is doing okay. We're maintaining pretty even on our sand. Our compact sand, same thing. We're remaining pretty even. If I mess with that at all, for more gold, I would throw that into chaos. We have way more compaction to do. Compostion. So right now we are processing that at 35 every 5 seconds. So that's 7 a second. Yep, 7 a second. If I want to edit that, that is 140, which is 7, obviously 7. That will be 7 of the composters in a row. We have plenty of room for more. The problem is the composters, when we start integrating them into other machines for this machine right here, let's get a little bit more Galactite. There we go. A little bit to play with. And I can make one of these. Right? So that will route things back in. So a good use of that. Let's look at our composter again. So that's 35 out. Anything come close to 35? Well, that's dirt or sand. 14. That seems to be our going rate right now is 14. Automatos are really bad. Look at that. 6. Plastic, what are you at? 10. That's a nice even number. 10 every 8 seconds. So what I could do here, let's look at this one. Okay, so here you have plastic. So what we could do here, these are all 2. Let's switch this around. So this is going to output plastic. So we want all of the little seedling guys to go in there. And then 10 every 8 seconds. So what we're going to do... Oh, this is just not ideal. If I just use one composter, which is all I have room for, it would bump this up to 10 seconds. It would have to. Yeah, I just don't think. I don't think there's just not enough space at all. to do what I want to do in this amount of space. I need that bigger space. So, yeah, I'll have to wait. So that'll do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.